EA Sports and the United States Golf Association are proud to present a national championship. Today, it's live second round coverage of the U.S. Open Championship. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut. Rich, so often we've seen weird things happen at the U.S. Open. The late Payne Stewart, the ball moving on the 18th green. Too often they push the player closer and closer to the edge, but it's often what defines a champion in our sport.
Well, I think at a U.S. Open, the USGA is testing a player as much mentally, psychologically, as they are physically. And inherent in that is the idea that golf wasn't always meant to be fair. How do you deal with that bad break? You going to let it affect you the rest of the round, or are you going to put it behind you and continue to move forward? The U.S. Open to me, Frank, has always been about kind of the climb up Everest. It's not going to be easy. There will be setbacks along the way. The idea is to make it to the top of the mountain.
And that's why when they etch that name on the trophy, it's there for more than one reason.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Well, not in contention, but in for par. Action continues at the 7th. Solid performance so far, holding steady through the middle of the second round.
Starting to earn the nickname Steady Eddie, really.
Beautiful looking shot right here. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot, he is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Green. Just a pure strike and a perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Well, this hole, the 8th, says U.S. Open all the way. Tee set back to well over 600 yards, Frank, par 5.
Well, it's called high road and low road, so which way would you prefer? I'd rather take the high road and that sort of whip one down the fairway there, hopefully around the 300-yard mark, and you just might make this par 5 and 2. Then you can tell all your mates. You take the low road, you're going to rack up a big number, and you don't want to tell anybody.
Frank, that's as good as I have seen all day long.
I think we've got to blame that on the weather. That weather, the wind had to help that ball give it another 20, 30 yards.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Beautiful approach shot there and a good chance to take advantage. Bogey here yesterday, chance to better that today.
Just a fraction too aggressive. Remember, line and speed go together.
Sometimes you want that birdie so badly, and All of a sudden, you're faced with a lot of work, more work than you had hoped for, just to make the par. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Moving on here at the U.S. Open, we've seen long par 4s, not unusual, long par 5s, and now we finish this front nine, Frank, with a par 3.
And this is a great example of how a U.S. Open can level the field. Everybody's going to get a tee and a ball here, and this is about hitting your best shot. And this is one hole. If you're struggling a little bit, a little 2 here is going to go on a long way, pushing you around in the right direction.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie.
Even par currently.
Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Clean this up with a tap. Well, too bad, he gives one back. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo playing Chambers Bay out in the state of Washington in the great northwest of the United States. Frank, let's take a closer look now at the 10th hole.
Well, you can see where you've got to go by virtue of the dunes left and right. This is one of the few greens that is well bunkered around, so you can see it short right, short left, and there's another little bunker just on the left side. So it's a tricky little second shot coming in here.
Probably going to have to hit one more club here, Frank. A little bit uphill. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. That's well played. Places it about 10 feet out for birdie. It's the beautiful part of golf. Brand new day, new hole. Remember, he made a bogey here yesterday. This time for birdie. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
So that is the end of the second round, and unfortunately, the end of the tournament for our featured player, missing the cut.
Well, they certainly didn't hit the magic number here for the tournament. Fell below the cut line, and they just couldn't make it back. There's always next week.